Okay, so you've gotten your first palette of Saint makeup, cream makeup. Congratulations, that's awesome. And now you're wondering, where do I put all this stuff? So I'm gonna try to make a quick how-to of how I do it to help you with your application. So I do it from dark to light on the outside of my face to the inside. So I start with my contour color, and for me that's indigo. And I go all over on my hairline. So you can either do dots or just a line along the hairline. It's just trying to create shadows and frame your face. So some people just do it on the forehead, jawline, but don't be afraid. Forehead, jawline, and then under the cheeks for sure. So if you're using your finger, you can feel that bone in your cheek and you just want to cup that. And we're just trying to create a little shadow. Everything is just about shadow and light, and it doesn't really matter if you mess up. You can always take it off, start over. It's just makeup and it's supposed to be fun. Okay, so under your cheekbones, and you can already see that just defines your cheeks, gives you some shadow. So that's your contour. My skin's feeling a little slippery right now, so it's kind of slip-slided. Okay, then I do bronzer next on my next layer in. I know, it's a lot. It's kind of dark. Again, above the contour. So I do contour and then bronzer inside those lines. I did not contour my nose. Sometimes I do, and you can use a brush or just your finger. And you don't want it to come down too far on the side. It's just, you want two lines right on the edge of, along the bridge of your nose to create that shadow. Okay, so then we have two highlight colors. You have your main highlight shade and usually a brightener. So my main highlight shade is Sandy, and that goes really inside the other lines. So along my jaw, and then my kind of third line inside the bronzer. It's easiest to me if you just do, it's kind of like painting by numbers. You have a line of contour, then you have a line of bronzer, then you have a line of highlighter. Okay, around those lines, and you can bring it in however much you want. Okay, so then you have a highlight color. I actually have two, so I use three colors. I use I use Sandy along the edges. That's what I just used already inside my bronzer. Then a couple shades lighter is June. And I like that like on the inside of my face here. And then when I was matched, I was only given Sandy and what was it? Candlelit. And I only use Candlelit for just like a little pop. Just a couple dots here and there. So I use mainly June for my highlight, which you can see is lighter than the Sandy. And then Candlelit is my pop. I really just use it on the inside and outside of my eyes. Okay, so we call that the pop highlight. And then some people, you can use it. I mean, if you're using it all, if you only have two, then you would do your inside, your highlight, brightening highlight. You can use that inside, on the inside of your face, under your eyes, and along the bridge of your nose, and up in here. It really is about playing with it though. That's why it's hard to kind of tell somebody else how to do it. Because I just play around with those three colors. So I just put my very, very lightest shade down the very center of my face, and then the pops in my eyes. So that's it. I mean, I know it's a lot. And then blending it out. So you can use the blush and bronzer brush. And I like to do my lighter shades first. And I kind of got over too far here into my eye makeup, but that's okay. It's just makeup. So I can touch things up however I want to afterwards. You know, and they say like, you want it to stay where you put it. So a lot of people just say stipple it. And that would just be pressing it in to your skin with cream highlights. When it gets on your skin, it kind of warms up and just kind of melts in. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want here. I'm just telling you how I do it. Sometimes I stipple it, to be honest. Sometimes I kind of brush it around. And nothing is set in stone. Okay, then, so I got my lighter shades on, and then I kind of just press my contour. So I'm just kind of stippling it, kind of pressing it up. And then with your hairline, you want to kind of just, if you're brushing it at all, you just kind of want to brush it, push it into your hairline. And then the last thing is to just soften the lines. So I put contour, bronzer, highlight, and then the lip and cheek is the last, and the illuminator. I know, it's a lot. So I've got my highlight, my bronzer, and my contour. Then I'm gonna go get my, I'm using the same end of the brush for all of it. Go in to get my lip and cheek color. I use Sandstone every day. It's my go-to. So you just start on the apple of your cheek, and you can bring it up if you want. So that's it. Contour, bronzer, highlight, lip and cheek. It's not it. The last thing I do is Illuminator. So rose gold is my favorite. It's a cream illuminator. And that goes on top of the cheekbone. It's just gonna give you that glow. So you can do as much as or as little as you want. And what they say is recommended you put bronzer underneath the brow line, just on the brow bone there. I know, I'm sloppy, so I never get anything precise. Brow bone, top of the cheek, and then if you want to, you can do a little bit down your face, at the end of your nose, a little bit on the forehead, and your Cupid's bow right there. So I'm feeling pretty shiny, but I'm gonna put my setting spray now and use my perfector. So I have gotten this wet and then I've squeezed all the water out. It's damp and I'm gonna just press that in. Hopefully I'm just pressing that into place. And it really is called a perfector sponge because it really perfects any mistakes. And then I'm gonna spray. I never used a setting spray before using this makeup, but everybody swears by it. You can buy a cheap one on Amazon from NYX or Milani or Urban Decay. People like that one. From Ulta, there's Charlotte Tilbury. Saint has a setting spray. That's good. So you just set that on. And then if you want to, the very, very last thing would be to set with a loose powder. And what people do is they just put some loose powder in their hand and use their perfector sponge with the powder. I try not to use powder because it really, to me, I feel like it accentuates my lines. But anyway, so that's it. Boom. Let me know if you want help and you want to do it together. Okay, I hope you love it.